Hey Sebastian,
Hey Matthias,
welcome to the office.
thank you very much.
Tell me, what was your favorite part of this week?
The sharks?
Which ones? The whale sharks? The regular sharks?
The one chasing you.
You got footage of that? I bet you don't. He doesn't. It never happened. If it's not on video, it never happened. Hey there, underwater filmmakers, welcome back to the channel and another episode of reviewing your underwater films. And if you're asking yourself what the two of us are talking about, well, you know that we are still in the Maldives on our current underwater videography workshop, and we'll keep it a little secret whether or not I was chased by a shark in the past week, but we had some incredible encounters with whale sharks, with regular reef sharks, with manta rays, with everything that you can possibly imagine, and we are looking forward to showing you some of that footage at a later stage here on the channel. Before we get into today's video, let's start right away with thanking our video sponsor for this series, because in the last couple of videos we always kind of said thank you at the end of the video, so I want to put this segment further to the front of the video today. And our sponsor, as you probably know, for this series is Dive-Fork, yeah, very hard to guess, right? Dive-Fork, the good people at Dive-Fork that have manufactured an incredible product by giving us the opportunity of using the touchscreen of our smartphones and those incredible cameras that are integrated in our smartphones to be used underwater in a very simple, easy and straightforward way. Apart from sponsoring the videos in this series here, Dive-Fork is also supplying an extra 6% discount to all of our viewers. So if you are not a Dive-Fork user yet, but would like to start using your smartphone to take photos and film underwater, or do whatever else you want to do with your smartphone underwater, you can use the link down in the video description below and benefit from an extra 6% discount on your next purchase from the Dive-Fork, the official Dive-Fork web shop. Or you can just simply put in the coupon code Matthias Lebo at checkout. This will also give you an extra 6% discount. Thank you very much, Dive-Fork, for supporting our work here, the series, and for providing such a great benefit to our viewers out there as well. And now I'll pass on the word to you. You know what's about to happen?
Yes.
Tell us.
Okay, I do. Well, today we got another submission from someone who submitted this time, the third time, to the channel.
Excellent.
And the person is Jennifer Liu. Thanks, Jen, for another video.
Thank you very much, Jen. We always enjoy watching your stuff.
And Jen actually won the second place of the 2023 digital shootout at Little Cayman.
Oh, that's the one that's organized by Backscatter, right?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, Jen. Well done.
And she was filming with her Sony A1.
Just a tiny camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it. I mean, let's have a look at
what
the
else
second
do you need
place.
to know? Sony A1,
Little
Cayman. Let's have a look. Yeah, nice colors. You can tell that's not a GoPro. Whoa. All right. Jesus, look at that shot.
Not today.
Not today, you won't eat me. Staying alive. I would have chosen that song. Well, awesome. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much for yet another submission from your side. And just before we go into the reviewing part, just for everyone out there to know, Jen's actually, well, it's possible for her to have her third video reviewed because she is a member of the channel here in the membership plan Underwater Filmmaker, and that prioritizes her submissions here within this series. And you can do that too. If you have a film that you want to submit or that you already have submitted and you're waiting for it to be reviewed, you can become an Underwater Filmmaker member of our YouTube channel by clicking on the button down below the video which says become a member, which is going to prioritize your submissions, and we'll watch them right away, and they will be reviewed and uploaded here on the channel within a couple of weeks instead of probably about a year or so that you'll have to wait if you just submit it regularly. With that out of the way, what do you think?
Can we please talk about the last shot?
Excuse me. Yes, we can.
Damn. Well, that's once in a lifetime, right?
I would say so.
I
would say so. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't happen to me that I get a shot like that on like every dive.
Wow.
So very, very well done, Jen. Being in the right place at the right time, and having the camera turned on, the battery still with some juice in there, and the patience and the stability to get the framing and everything as you did. So very, very well done on this really epic shot that we saw as the last shot here in your piece. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, well, and the others, there are a lot of other shots which are really, really nice. The colors are nice. They're nicely lit. Yeah, beautiful.
You can tell it's been shot with a larger camera and not just a GoPro, right? I mean, like the dynamic range that we're seeing here is quite outstanding. The colors look very harmonic, like the white balance has been set properly. Yeah, it's nice to see imagery like that. I enjoy that.
Yeah, but I have to say,
okay, here he comes.
Even if you're working with that kind of camera, there are certain rules. They apply to you as well, even with the big cameras, and some stuff you have to be careful.
Don't believe him. No, just joking. Please tell us.
The first thing I want to mention is the clipping of highlights. We saw it in, I don't know if it was not a cave, it was more like an overhang and between a crack where you saw the bait fish and then you saw the sky. And I think getting the bait fish not to clip is quite hard.
Yeah.
But the sky.
So you mean the surface, the blue water in the
sky,
background?
Yeah, sorry, the sky, like the blue surface.
Yeah.
Really have to set your exposure for this part.
For this brightest part of the image, right? Yeah.
Either if it's not possible, due to what reason ever, if you don't have enough light with you or whatever, then try to frame it that you don't see the surface. But if you have enough light and you want to keep that in, and the framing is nice, it looks really, really cool. Then you have to expose for the sky, for the surface.
I agree. Yep. Sorry, I have to agree, Jen.
And the other thing I want to mention is, even with that kind of camera, we can shoot a lot of frames and a lot of stuff and a lot of detail. Sometimes it is not possible to crop in further, to stabilize further. There's this shot of the eye of the grouper. The one was really, really close. And I'm not sure if it is stabilized and cropped in a lot.
Slow down,
not cropped. Slowed down a lot. Maybe it's both. It just doesn't feel right.
It's a bit jittery.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't include it.
So,
It's really nice, and if you have enough dives there, then you can repeat it, try a different approach, depending on what went wrong. If it's too jittery or if it, I don't know.
yeah, agree. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, makes absolute sense. Do you have anything else, or can I?
Oh, please go ahead.
There is there's a couple of things I'd like to pass on to you, Jen. First of all, as Sebastian already said, like the colors and like the color grading and stuff that's gone into this film, I think you've done that very nicely. I really enjoyed that. I think that some of your takes were a little too long. There was this one take inside that crevice, cave, whatever you want to call it, with all the bait fish, the glass fish in there. And one of these takes, like there was some takes that were very short, cut to the music, but then there was one take that was, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 seconds long, which was, in my opinion, too long. If we look at the total runtime of the entire film of 2 minutes, then one clip shouldn't really be that long. You could have cut that much earlier. Also, I think that the music was a bit too dramatic. Too dramatic for this piece, especially with the longer takes that we were seeing at the beginning of the clip. And then the one big thing that I struggle a little bit with this piece is that we're talking about this last shot, which is an absolute epic shot. And yes, no doubt about it, you have to include this shot in your film. But then the rest of the film doesn't really add up to that shot. It's not a story. It's one epic shot and a handful of other good shots, really good shots, but they're just not really telling a story. I don't really get the connection between the first half of the film, where we saw the grouper and the baitfish inside the cave, and then the second part where we see suddenly a lionfish, and then the stingray comes and sits on the lionfish, and then it does its dance and swims away again, which is, as we said, an awesome shot. But maybe you need to start thinking about, if you have such a shot, how can you create a story around such a shot in a way that you keep that as your key shot, like your hero shot of the film. But then, if you have any extra dives that you can do there, try to capture more shots of stingrays, more shots of lionfish. Try to get more shots that will be helpful in telling a story, rather than randomly putting nice clips together and then your hero shot right at the end of the film. So that's probably the biggest criticism I've got for this piece, Jen, is that it's a selection and a sequence of nice shots with an absolute fantastic shot at the end, but it's not a story. And a wise man once said, story is king. And if you had put this into a story, it would have just been so much better, even than what it is now. The last shot's really great, but it would have made this into a piece that is actually telling a story and making like a contribution. So,
and I think she tried that like 2 or 3 clips before, just getting the lionfish, then getting like portrait shot of the grouper, and then coming back, and then this little jittery of the stingray. So just keep that on. Try to build it up. Try to build the story to the climax, to the attack of the stingray.
Yeah, exactly. Have some establishing shots of just the area, then maybe have like a following shot of a stingray. It doesn't have to be that stingray, but a stingray just gliding above the sand, and as you say, building it up that way. I know, difficult. And I don't know, maybe this shot happened on the very last of your dives that you were able to do there, and then it's just really difficult because you really want to have that shot in there, but you don't have time to make up for like the missing shots that you need to tell the story. And then in such a situation, then maybe that's not the shot that you want to have in your film. Maybe it's a standalone shot that you just want to post as a standalone shot, but not within a story. So I'd probably approach it from that side, if that makes any sense to you, Jen. But please don't get me wrong. The imagery that we saw, as always, very nice. I really enjoyed it. story. And sorry, I didn't want to take away the summary of the film, because I know today it's actually your turn.
Is it me?
Yeah,
Is it me?
It's your turn today.
If you have anything else to add?
I don't. Thank you.
So, Jen, thank you very much for your third submission to the channel. We enjoyed watching it. I mean, as Matthias said, with his nice last words, fantastic images, like an incredible hero shot. I mean, yeah, once in a lifetime. The colors were nice. They were nice lit. Yeah, really beautiful. But we think you should work, if it's possible, in that case, on the story. Build your film around your key shot and try to tell a story with it, and not a sequence of nice shots and then an epic shot. As well, as I said at the beginning, be careful in these high contrast situations where you need a lot of lights, that your highlights are not clipping. If it's not possible to counterbalance with light, then try to change the framing if that is possible. And then, don't overdo it with stabilization and slowing down footage. If it's not working, then don't include it, because you have such nice images, and just these ones, they just reduce the, not the fun, they
reduce the quality of the entire piece as one piece, you know.
But we're looking forward seeing your submission number 4.
Yeah, seeing more of your work, Jen. Thank you so much for your submission. Again, as always, we'll link Jen's video and her YouTube channel. No, because she doesn't have a YouTube channel. It always happens to me, but we'll link that video down in the description somewhere. It is actually hosted on the Backscatter site. That's where I got it from. So we'll link it down so you can go over there and watch and maybe see the other videos that were submitted for that Backscatter digital shootout. Other than that, if you guys want us to review one of your films, then please do send us an email to contact@matthiaslebo.com. And please let us know where the film was shot, what equipment you've used. Also include a link to the film so we can actually download and watch it and review it here within the series. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. Do you have any last words for today?
No.
No. Just if you have to think about it, then it's probably nothing worth mentioning, and it's just going to be, no, just don't try. Don't even try. Thank you so much, guys, for your time and for watching. I hope you got something out of this review here, and if that's the case, please let us know down in the comment section below, and also leave a like and a subscription so you're not missing out on any future content that will be uploaded here on the channel. Until next Thursday, have a fantastic week. Keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours, because that's what we're going to be doing right now as well, jumping back into the Maldivian waters and try to see if we can chase some sharks this time. Shall we?
Shall we? Yeah.
All right. See you next week, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.